Hello everybody, my name is Boo and today we are back giving a makeover to my first ever sim that I made on YouTube. Again, this sim, I originally made her back in February of 2022 last year, and I decided to give her a makeover at the end of 2022 just to see how my improvement was after being on YouTube for almost a year. And yeah, officially 1 year ago today, I made over the sim and I'm doing it again today. And this time I decided I'm not holding back. Last time I held back a bit. I didn't want to change her features too much. I wanted to keep her mostly the same, but just like see how could I improve my aesthetic. I had lots of like new custom content. I wasn't using like skin details really like too much the first time, and I collected a lot over that first year. So I sort of left her face very same, but this time I decided to go in and just like change her however I felt like fit my current style, because I feel like if I end up doing this every year, if I never change the sim, like I'm gonna run out of ideas, you know? So yeah, I decided to go in and give her a complete makeover. I kept her hair color the same color. I did add a little bit of an overlay so it was slightly darker, but it's still orange. I didn't change her skin tone or anything. I decided to give her freckles, which she originally had, and I forgot to give her last time. And I also decided to give her a heterochromia eye, one blue, one brown, because when I first made her, she had light blue eyes. And then when I gave her a makeover the second time, I accidentally gave her brown eyes because I just forgot she had blue eyes. So this time I decided to go ahead and mix it up and give her both. And honestly, I love how she turned out. I think she is so cute. And I really love how interesting it is to kind of look back and see how much my style has changed, but also like stayed the same in a sense. Like the boo-ness is still there, but it has definitely improved. At least I think it has. I enjoy my Sims a lot more now. I think the way they look is cute and I love how they look, but she definitely was still pretty before. I like how my style is developing. And I also like how I can try out different like aesthetics, clothing aesthetics on different Sims now, and I'm not super stuck in like the one or two aesthetics that I used to pick. I'm sort of branching out a bit. Yeah, it's been good. Anyway, so you guys will see me give this sim a makeover. I don't really want to talk about the sim too much. I kind of just want to sit down and like have a general chat with you guys about like this whole year and how it's been on YouTube. Obviously, this is my second year on YouTube, and I felt like the first year was so crazy, but honestly, the second year has been insane. I think year one, I learned so much, and year two, I feel like I've been able to grow so much. There has been so many highs and lows. Obviously, there was a point where I was releasing the Growing Together series and I ended up getting a lot of new followers, which was really scary because before that, I was building it at like quite a steady pace, and I felt like I could get to know everyone that was like watching and interacting, and then all of a sudden there was all these new people commenting all the time, and it was scary, to be honest. Like, I'm just one person, and sometimes I felt like it was so overwhelming when people would just be very demanding of you. So it's definitely something I've had to learn as a creator this year, and I've also had to learn to sort of take a step back, because as much as I would love to be everyone's best friend, it's just can't be the case, unfortunately. So I have had to learn to take a little bit of a step back just so I don't overwhelm myself with the amount of work that comes into doing YouTube. But overall, it's been a really fantastic year. I've loved every single part of it. In January this year, I began Twitch streaming, and it was so nice being able to sit down and talk to everyone. I think I was also doing that in February. Somewhere between March and April, I did my first video with a face cam, which was terrifying. And I'm never doing that again. Well, never say never, but I will not be doing that again for a long time because it was just too much. And then after that, we obviously had Growing Together series come out, which was really fun. And I really enjoyed learning to make machinimas and learning to just tell my stories in a bit more of a slower way. I felt like sometimes with Let's Plays, you end up rushing through it so quickly, or you're busy like doing things, you don't actually get to really get a feel for the characters properly. So releasing a series that was like not based on having to learn skills, I was really able to give my characters a voice and a life of their own, and I think it really helped me develop that storytelling skill for my other series. And so after that, we jumped back into our Let's Plays, and I know a lot of you guys have been really enjoying them. I feel like the average viewer count is a lot higher than it was last year, which is really great. It makes me so happy when people stick around or find some of my Let's Plays for the first time, because I really enjoy the challenges that I'm currently playing, and I just can't imagine stopping them anytime soon. I am currently on hiatus for Not So Berry, and I'm so sorry if you guys love Not So Berry, but honestly, I'm just at a point where it was just too much. For a long time, I was releasing 3 videos a week, 1 of each series, and I felt like by the time the next week rolled around and I had to record the series again after not playing for a week, I just was so unmotivated to do it. I feel like less is more sometimes, and I feel like when I play one series, I just want to keep playing it. I just want to keep playing it so much, and I love it. So I feel like committing to less series currently is the way to go, because that way I can enjoy myself more, and I'll play more, and I'll upload more, and then you guys can have more content, even if it's just 1 or 2 series instead of 3 or 4. So yeah, that's kind of like the YouTube stuff. It's been really fun. I kind of want to talk a little bit about my personal life. I feel like a lot of people were wondering where I would have been the last couple of months, because all of a sudden my uploads became very inconsistent and slow like a couple months ago. So yeah, to be honest, life has been extremely crazy. A couple months ago, I think I went like on holiday, and then I went on another holiday, and when I came back, I just like, I didn't feel myself. I ended up moving into a new company at work, and it just wasn't as crazy as it has been. It was so stressful for a long time, and I felt like I was putting myself through so much stress every single day that by the time I finished work, I just didn't want to record or do anything. And then that kind of caused me to fall into a little bit of a YouTube slump. But after that, I finally felt like I was getting into my groove again, and then we unexpectedly had a family member have to move in with us for a couple months. So I felt like I couldn't record again because I didn't want to be disrespectful, and then also the house just wasn't quiet, so I was like, ugh, it just wasn't worth it. So I felt like it was a lot of things happening that just made it easy to stop, and I'm glad I didn't quit at any point. So, and I did mention to you guys that I had some good news that I wanted to share. So I know a lot of you don't know me personally, but those of you that chat with me often on like Discord or in my comments a lot and are actually interested in me as a person, I hope you'll enjoy the next news. So in the last month, I have been extremely busy. So first things first, my partner and I ended up putting down an offer on a property, and we got accepted, and we actually had our settlement of our first ever house yesterday. So we are officially homeowners now, which is amazing news. And earlier in November, he also asked me to be his wife. So I am now a fiance. I got engaged, which I did mention in one of my previous videos, but for those that don't watch all of my series, I am now engaged. Yay! And during that same week, I also finally got my driver's license, which is great. I'm in my mid-20s, and it's something that scared me for a really long time. So to be able to like finally get that and have some freedom has been amazing. So I really feel like things are just really working out lately. And of course, in the same month, I also got accepted into the EA's creative program, which means I do get early access to PAX now, which is awesome news. I really feel like all of these amazing things have just been handed to me, and I'm honestly just so grateful for absolutely everything. I feel like if it wasn't for YouTube and my Sims and this escape, I probably would have just given up a bit earlier in the year when things got hard. But yeah, it really shows if you push through and you just stay positive, things work out, you know? So I'm really happy, and I'm really glad to be able to share my life with you guys as well. I feel kind of weird just talking about myself, so I'm gonna wrap up this voiceover here. Let's Plays will be back in the new year and whenever I have time, but I've got a couple weeks off from work, so I'll definitely have time to do some filming. Since I am now in debt because I have a mortgage, so I will not be going out and doing anything. I will be here. So I hope you guys look forward to that. Of course, video requests can go into the comments, but again, I only like to film what makes me happy. So I'm really sorry if you request something and I don't film it. I like to stick to what I enjoy doing. I hope you guys understand. But thank you so much for those of you who stuck around in 2022 or joined in 2023 and stuck around until this point. I hope I see you in the new year. Have a great year, have great holidays, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!